I've seen a lot of patients that have said, I wish I would have vaccinated.
Doctors are working around the clock in Republic tonight after a super spreader event infected close to 100 people with the coronavirus. Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Mark Hanrahan.
Good evening, I'm Whitney Ward. That outbreak has now had a profound effect on that small town as well as the entire Tri-County region. I paid a visit to Republic just yesterday to see how they're managing all those new cases and also what they are bracing for next.
We were getting a significant uptick in people calling in and showing up ill, and that's when we knew we had a real problem.
In a quiet town of about 1,100 people, numbers tend to speak for themselves.
At Ferry County Hospital, that rate of positivity is extremely high. It's close to 25%.
And each morning has brought troubling new numbers ever since this event at the Republic Eagles Club, promising dinner, karaoke, and a costume contest.
Well, up until now, we had, in the whole county, I want to say we had 70-some cases. You know, and we're way past double that now in the last couple of weeks.
So since last March, you're saying you guys had that many cases,
right? And
then just in a couple of weeks, you guys have way surpassed that.
Yep, since the 10th, 100 new cases.
And the ripple effect has been swift. Several area businesses temporarily shutting down because so many employees are home sick or in quarantine. County services are severely limited. Even court cases are now being delayed. A local bank had to bring in temporary workers from neighboring towns just to stay open, and one of the only grocery stores in town also closed early. Not to mention the strain on the only hospital for at least 50 miles in any direction.
You know, we're a rural hospital. It takes a lot. We all wear many hats. Sometimes I'm the social worker, discharge planner, and we have a basic level of staffing, and this has required a lot more.
Has it been hard to keep up?
It has been. We have, you know, we're busy as it is. It's a one-man show a lot of the times as a physician. We've had our rooms full, patients waiting to get in, be seen, and get taken care of.
The actual event took place here at the Eagles Club on the northwest side of Republic. Several people also told us that there were at least 100 people in attendance and that in some measure the event was a protest against COVID restrictions. But when I reached out to the head trustee of the Eagles chapter here, he told me that is simply not true. Was it a COVID protest of any kind?
No, not at all. Not at all. This actually started the Friday before our event. We had a membership drive. Every Friday we usually have a dinner up here, play a little poker, other gambling games and stuff. Somebody showed up that night at our poker table, and a couple days later I find out everybody at that table was sick. I feel we did all the right steps. We're not going to go out in the community and say that this is not our fault. It's everybody's fault when something like this happens, and we got to take part of our piece of this and try and work through it and reopen in a safer manner.
What will that mean? Will you do things differently moving forward?
Yes, we're not going to run any large events for the time being. With the help of the hospital and the health department, we're going to try and put on some sort of vaccination drive to help people in our neighborhood, maybe help see this a little clearer.
County health officials agree vaccinations will be key in the long run, but finding room to take care of the sickest patients now is the real priority.
We've had a real problem getting beds. Those ICU beds are very tight, and we've had to send over to Wenatchee, down to Yakima, and so that's been a real challenge, and that's going to continue to be a challenge for the next several weeks as we see more cases come out of this.
So far, there have been no deaths from this COVID outbreak, but multiple patients are critical. And as another hard day comes to an end, a Life Flight helicopter lands just outside Ferry County Health, picking up one of those COVID patients, rushing them to a Spokane hospital, as doctors and the rest of this community wait to see what tomorrow's numbers will be.
So at this point, that virus is now spreading way beyond that one event. The health officer also told me it's just a matter of time now before we start to see new cases in other outlying communities like Curlew or even Tonasket and other parts of Northeast Washington.
It just shows you how quickly it can spread, right? And in small communities like that, how big of an impact that has.
No question about that.
My goodness. Nice work, Whitney. Idaho lawmaker Aaron Van Ellinger has resigned. The Lewiston representative was accused of raping a 19-year-old State House intern. His resignation comes after the Idaho Legislature Ethics Committee voted unanimously that Von Ellinger committed unbecoming conduct in his pursuit of multiple women who work at the State House. Today, the Idaho House was set to vote on a recommendation from the House Ethics Committee that Representative Von Ellinger should be censured. That censure was a result of a full day of testimony yesterday about the actions of Von Ellinger at the State House and accusations that he raped that State House intern. A simple majority vote on the House floor was needed to pass that, but before that happened, Von Ellinger resigned. His resignation letter was read on the House floor.
Mr. Speaker, after careful deliberation and prayer, I have determined that I will not be able to continue to effectively represent my constituents in the Idaho House of Representatives and have decided to resign my seat effective immediately.
So action will soon be taken to replace Von Ellinger. Boise police, meantime, continues to investigate the alleged incident. All right, let's talk weather, shall we? It was just a beautiful day all across the inland Northwest. We topped out in the high 70s today.
That is amazing. I want to check in with Tom Sherry to get the actual number because I want to know if it was as warm as I thought it was.
78 degrees.
Wow.
78 degrees, right?
That's incredible.
Amazing, yeah.
That was just
fantastic.
and the average high this time of year is 61 degrees. Let's get right to it. The headlines. More warm weather tomorrow. Not as warm. It'll be in the low 70s, but again, still well above average. It'll become windy, though. We'll see some wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. More sunshine on Saturday. Look for daytime highs in the 60s. I think mostly in the upper 60s and then mid 60s expected on Sunday. When we take a look at your day planner forecast, we've got cloudy skies right now. So it really is an overcast. We haven't really had a lot of sunshine today, but we've had filtered sun. So we're, but still very, very warm. 75, you can see the wind is out of the southwest at 13 miles per hour. Let's look ahead to the weekend. I've got, well, I should say let's look ahead to tonight too. A low of 48, 73 the high tomorrow. We've got temperatures hitting 68 on Saturday and 65 on Sunday. So with today being the warmest day of the year so far, obviously the perfect day to get outside and enjoy that warmth, and that's exactly what a lot of people in Spokane are doing, including our very own Regina Ahn. She's live in Liberty Lake tonight. It's beautiful out there, Regina.
Yeah, Tom, I think I have the best assignment today, and I've been having the best assignment, so thank you. A shout out to my managers, of course. Loving the weather out here in Liberty Lake. Slightly cooler than 4 o'clock, so a lot more people are out and about. I can tell you there was a traffic jam on the way here on Country Vista for those of you who live up here in Liberty Lake. But take a look behind me, a soccer game going on, people driving around, having a good time. I even saw a skateboard little clique that was rolling through here, just having a ball, because what does the warm weather do? It brings people out, it makes people smile, it makes people laugh. So Mother Nature just giving us a little bit of a kiss today, saying good job. And I'm loving the weather as well. So nice out here. There's even a basketball game. So if you are active, if you want to do something for yourself, come out, enjoy. It is so nice out here, and especially here in Liberty Lake, my neck of the woods. I love the trees. I don't know if you guys can get a glimpse of the Liberty Lake canvas. Gorgeous out there. And of course, since we're out here, I had to bring in a special guest with me, and I'm gonna try my best because he's a little crazy, but a good crazy. So here is my baby Finn. I'm gonna try my best. Here's Finn. Come on, bud. Say hi to Spokane and the Inland Northwest. I'm trying, guys. I mean, he's excited. He sees people. He sees treats. The famous Mr. Finn, the golden retriever. I tried for you guys for now. Live here in Liberty Lake. Have some fun, guys. Enjoy. Maybe have a barbecue. That sounds good.
That sounds like a great plan.
I would say Finn is acting exactly like every other golden retriever out there acts, right?
Yes. Loving life, though.
For sure.
Just so happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Regina.
Hey, also a lot of people probably out there getting ready for Bloomsday because it's almost here.
Yeah, the Up with Krem team will have coverage all day tomorrow from 5 a.m. to 9 a.m. And they'll have everything you need to know about the race and how to stay safe if you're participating. So take a look.
Bloomsday Worldwide starts tomorrow. It's the second year the race will be held virtually.
But that's not stopping people from participating. Tomorrow morning on Up with Krem, we talk with runners from around the world. They tell us why the virtual event makes them feel like they're back home in Spokane.
Plus, Executive Race Director John Neal joins us live on Up with Krem. We'll talk to him about what it took to organize a worldwide event.
And with the race starting tomorrow, we want to hear from you. Text your favorite race memory, 509-448-2000. You can see them here on Up with Krem.
Also, you can join me outside tomorrow morning. I'll be running the course live on air, letting you know the perfect day to get outside and put in your time for the race.
That's all coming up on Up with Krem.
Make sure to join us from 5 to 7 on CBS and then 7 to 9 on the CW22. We'll see you there.